Welcome back to the German Hack, Episode 2. All right, picture this. You're standing right in the middle of a German supermarket. The aisles are absolutely pristine. The fluorescent lights are humming above you. And up ahead? The checkout line is moving at literal warp speed, with items just flying across the scanner in a blur. Your heart starts racing, right? Well, you are now in the domain of ultimate efficiency. And trust me, you need to be prepared for this.
Because this isn't just some casual grocery run. No way. This is tactical shopping. It's a high-stakes survival mission. To successfully navigate this intense environment, extract your target items, and actually make it past those notoriously rapid cashiers, you're going to need some very specific linguistic tools. Throughout this explainer, we're going to equip you with the exact phrases you need to get in, get what you want, and get out, without causing a massive traffic jam.
Chapter 1. Finding Items. So the first phase of our operation kicks off the second you step inside. The layout is totally unfamiliar, and honestly, wandering around aimlessly is simply not an option. You've got to locate your target quickly. Now, to intercept a store worker and politely grab their attention, you're going to deploy this word. Listen closely and just repeat after me, okay? Entschuldigung. Let's try that again. Entschuldigung. Technically, it serves as an apology, but in practice, it's basically your skeleton key for saying excuse me and respectfully stopping a worker right in their tracks.
Okay, so now that you have their attention, it's time to deploy your core tracking phrase. This right here is the foundation of your entire search operation. It translates simply to, where do I find? Now, to execute this flawlessly, you want to use this exact pronunciation. Wo finde ich? Let's try that one more time together, keeping it really smooth and fluid. Wo finde ich?
All right, let's actually apply this tracking phrase to a critical target. You know, in Germany, bread is practically a religion. And according to our intelligence, whole grain bread, or Vollkornbrot, is an absolute figurehead for the German art of baking. It's totally a must-have item. So, let's combine your new skills. You walk up to the worker, Entschuldigung, wo finde ich Vollkornbrot? And boom, you just successfully requested the exact coordinates for the bakery aisle.
Chapter 2. Surviving the Cashier. Now we are entering the absolute most intense part of the mission. You're approaching the conveyor belt. The gatekeeper, the cashier, is scanning items at just a blistering pace. You've got to bag your own groceries while simultaneously prepping to finalize the transaction. It's a lot. If the digital display isn't clear, or you just need to confirm the total damage for an item, you're going to need this critical question. How much does this cost? Here's exactly how you execute it. Wie viel kostet das? Say it with total confidence. Wie viel kostet das?
Now, the very moment the scanning stops, consider yourself warned, you are going to face a rapid-fire question. The cashier will likely look right at you and ask, Kassenbon, or maybe just Bon? What they're asking is if you want the printed receipt. And in the heat of the moment, you literally cannot hesitate. You require an immediate automatic countermeasure.
And here is your automatic rejection for that receipt. It needs to be crisp, it needs to be efficient, you want to deliver it exactly like this. 9. Danke, which simply translates to, no, thank you. Let's drill that real quick. 9. Danke. Just like that, you've successfully declined the paper and crucially kept the line moving. Okay, so now, as the cashier hands you your final bagged items or your change, you're going to hear them say this word, or you'll need to say it yourself. Bitte. Our cultural intelligence actually tells us that this word relies entirely on context. It could mean please, sure, but it is also the short, polite way to say you're welcome, or here you go. So as you take your items, just give them a crisp bitte.
Chapter 3. The Modal Hack. You are almost at the exit. To get you out the door, we're going to utilize a really powerful modal verb, möchte, meaning would like, to finalize your payment smoothly and with total authority. But first, let's quickly evaluate your payment methods, which we pulled from our restaurant intelligence files. You basically have two primary options here. Was Bargeld, which is cash, or die Kreditkarte, which is the credit card. You must decide your method of extraction before you even start speaking. So, let's assume you want to use plastic. We're going to combine our vocabulary into the ultimate modal hack. You look the cashier right in the eye and firmly state, Ich möchte mit Karte zahlen. I would like to pay with card. It's polite, it's super direct, and it clearly signals that the mission is complete.
Final Translation Challenge.
All right, you've gathered the intelligence. You've practiced the phonetics. Now, it's time to actually test your tactical language skills before you leave the staging area. Here is your final mission objective. How do you say, I would like to buy bread? I'm going to give you exactly 3 seconds to lock in your answer.
3,
2,
1. Ich möchte Brot kaufen. If you got that right, congratulations. You've officially survived the German supermarket. But hey, if you hesitated at all, you might want to review this explainer again. Your survival out there kind of depends on it. Be sure to subscribe right now for episode 3, where we'll be tackling how to navigate the high-speed rail network. Until then, stay sharp and happy shopping.